Hey, what's up, guys? How goes it? Uh, man, this morning the car ride to school was interesting. Probably about 100 feet in front of me, this car merged onto the highway, and it's ice. Somebody had scraped like just enough, like it scraped the mirror, and then just enough for the window to see the mirror, so it could like use that to change lanes, and did the same thing with the right, and then it had like a little circle in the front that it had scraped so it could see forward. And that was all. Like the whole car was encased in ice other than that. And it tried to merge on into the left and just hit a car and just drove it off the road. And somehow this fucking car, it was an SUV, it went completely sideways like 4 or 5 times and then finally slowed down in the grass. And I have no clue how the dude didn't fucking flip or wreck, man, because it was going 60, 65 miles an hour, you know? But, yeah, and on the way back, there was an accident. There was an accident in the same exact place that happened. Two cars hit each other. And it's not even like a dangerous section. There's no ice. Like, I drove over it. There's no, like, I don't know. Maybe that place is just cursed, man. I don't know. But, guys, so this morning I was just cruising through the, little news feeds that I get on my phone. And I saw that there's a 50-something-year-old man in trouble for punching a 12-year-old girl. And so it's kind of clickbait, right? Like I click on it, and I didn't read the whole thing, but I read enough to see that the 50-year-old man had done or said something, and like the whole mall turned on him, and everybody was like ganging up on him, saying shit and doing shit, and he fucking, I don't know exactly how it came to be, but he ended up punching a 12-year-old girl in the face. And it made me think, man, like, I think it's a good thing that kids are standing up for what they believe in and standing up for something. But at the same time, I don't think at the age of 12 years old, I don't think you really know what you're standing up for. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy might have just said, like, oh, this store is stupid, and then some employees turned on him, and I don't know. It might have been way more obvious, and, the girl might have been in the right for hating on the guy, but kind of in theme with yesterday where we're talking about too old, too young. When do you become old enough to participate in dangerous shit like ganging up on somebody, Like, if that person gets cornered, they got a gun, they start shooting, and they felt their life was in danger, like, who's in the wrong? Like, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible that a fucking 12-year-old girl got punched in the mouth, but and this is just an example, guys. Like I said, I didn't read the story, so it might be horrible. The 51-year-old might have been a completely horrible fucking person and just picked the smallest girl in the crowd and punched her. I don't know. This is all me being hypothetical and, situational, based off of the story. But, like, I often, like, there's videos on YouTube too where you can go and watch where, like, these, and I'm sure, you're in a big city, there's a place like this. And I don't live in a big city. We have a place, similar where teenagers just run the mall, right? You go in the mall and it's teenagers and young Marines. I'm sure in bigger cities, it's something like that with teenagers too. And you see videos where these teenagers are ganging up on mall cops and shit, man. And doing, like, when does a kid old enough to get punched in the mouth for doing something like that, I personally, as a grown-ass man with kids, I would refrain as long as possible until I felt like there was no other option. To where I had to punch somebody. But I think it's a weird thing to think about, man, because if you're getting ganged up on by 10, 12-year-olds and you're a grown ass man, what do you do? Like, you can try to push, but dude, you saw, like, look at Cat Williams' video, right? Look at Cat Williams' video. That 12-year-old fucking came at Cat Williams and just slapped him, called him all kinds of fucking names, followed him around, antagonized him and shit. And everybody's hating on Cat Williams, man. But what do you do? What do you do in that situation? The dad was in the crowd for that. Like, the dad was in the crowd. Do you go after the dad? Like, what do you do? You know? And again, guys, if you know the story that I'm talking about and you're like, oh my God, how can it be talking? I'm not talking about that story. I'm talking about, like, come up with a scenario in your head where you're being bullied by, 10, 12-year-old kids. What do? They won't let you go. They're holding on to you. They're fucking screaming at you. They're calling you every name. They're trying to get everybody in the crowd riled up to fucking whoop your ass. What do you do? But, yeah, guys, keeping it short and sweet today. We got another stream today. Guys, Saturday, we're doing that blue crayon cake. Please come hang out. Come and watch that. Last Saturday, we did Gordon Ramsay's pork chops. Man, I had a blast doing that. And if you're looking for a cooking stream, it's cooking on the stream, but it's not really a cooking stream. It's just more me hanging out, shooting the shit while, I get yelled at by women to cook. But yeah, guys, hopefully I'll see you on my stream later tonight. And until then, arrivederci.